How impressed were you with the way the team responded, not just from the 6-2 deficit, but then after losing the lead in the 8th and coming back again like that?
Well, yes, we talked about earlier. It's just at this time, we've been able to dial up what was needed on a given day. We're not always going to be perfect in the pitching department. That's a tough act to follow last night. But, you know, it's a hungry club getting ready to go home, have an off day, and it's really, really hard, one, to win a Major League Baseball game. It's really hard to win 3 games in a row off the same team. So that was a challenge today. Our guys were ready.
What, in this streak that you have, what do you like? What do you like about how the club's doing?
Well, I think we kind of know, you know, it's okay. What do we need to do tonight to win? That's been that way every night, though. But you know, you try to. But there's been different things that have been the difference maker. So there's a lot of things that are contributing, whether it's defense or a good base running play or a good relay, throw out somebody stealing, a really well-pitched game. You know, it's what's really tough. You know, you come through the motion of winning 3 games in Fenway and then come back home, and there's another challenge of a team that you're trying to catch ahead of you. So, but it's that time of year, and you know, you can see the finish line a little bit now.
Buck, you talked about it before the game, but the way things are going right now for Wellington on both sides of the game. Yeah,
that's a good point. Both sides of the game. You know, hitters get hot and get in a groove. Catchers, infielders, defensively, there's a little bit of that too. Not like hitting as much, but you know, he's the tempo and the pitching. You know, he and Caleb, you know, we're lucky where they got 24, 25 home runs between them. And you know, on the defensive side of it, we don't have to think about one guy versus another. All the pitchers are comfortable throwing to both of them, and the bullpen. So that's unusual. Usually you got a lot of, you know, kind of back burner stuff. But I think one thing, because I think the pitchers respect both of them, how much it means to them to call and catch a good game.
You had Castro up pretty early in Ubaldo's stint. Did you just see something that you really didn't like about the way?
Well, I don't like doing that. You know, sometimes you take consideration the fact that a potential double play ball hits the bag. The other 2 runs, we had a pop-up that just got in no man's land. So that's unfortunate what the numbers will read like. I thought he was carrying decent stuff, but just, you know, you got Zunino up there that's 3 for 4 off of him with some damage. It's just, we had a chance there to get out of that at 4-2. And, you know, we knew we were going to, but because of the job Dylan did last night, we knew we were really in a good spot with the bullpen. But I thought he ran into some bad luck too today. You know, you jam Cruz and you got a potential double play. I went back and looked at the overhead between innings. I think we would have turned 2 there, had been close. Usually when guys get jammed, they don't get out of the box too well. But, you know, that was unfortunate. I feel bad, you know, taking the guy out that early. But, you know, we're in a little different situation, especially with some of our guys rested down there.
Well, with Castro, did these kinds of outings make you think he should be in the rotation, or is he too valuable in his relief role?
Yes. No, of course. You know, we know, but, you know, it's one of those things, you take him out, who's going to fill his shoes, and, you know, that's been an important role for us, but certainly I think everybody in the back of their minds, you see a pitcher with 3 pitches, pitch extended innings, you certainly consider that, and I'm sure you understand that we have.
Look, after seeing the team kind of go, you know, one win here, 1 loss, 2 losses, one win, kind of back and forth, this winning streak, is this kind of what you've been waiting for, just this team to kind of pick up and kind of collect these?
I don't know about we. I mean, me, I think we have. I think the players have. They know that, you know, it's a very mature group, and they've been through these battles in August and September. You know, this is a battle-tested team, and I think they realize what has to happen for us to get an opportunity to roll the dice in October, and there's a lot of bridges to cross, obviously. We're still not where we need to be.
I think you talk a lot about, you know, after a while, maybe you start looking at the standings. Are you starting to look at them now?
Yeah, I did. Day before yesterday. First time in a long time. First time I didn't want to. Yeah, I did. I could tell you a fib, but I did. I did.
Were you pretty confident about the replay call? I mean, you obviously had to get another look at it, but were you pretty confident that Caleb was safe?
We were going to, in the 8th inning, where you're not losing a whole lot, we were going to probably challenge it if it was 50-50, but, John and our people up there, the only time they've been wrong is when we think that New York might be wrong, for the most part. And there are times when you challenge one knowing that it's probably later in the game, because sometimes you don't know what they're looking at if they've got something different. But, John was 100% sure that was going to be overturned. And there was a pretty short look at it, wasn't it? I haven't seen it yet. Did y'all see one? I don't look out on the board either, because that's kind of a little biased most of the time. Was it obviously safe?
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have a foot race between Wellington and Caleb next year. And so I told Wellington, he said, no, he can outrun me. His son, I can't talk about that. What else? Great play by Gentry.